It's New Year's Eve! We're all very excited here in the studio. I tell you, this audience is about to go off. Let's start the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Let's start the show! Is anyone here a bit tipsy already? Yay! Preloading and free tickets. You are nailing this cost of living crisis. Now, we've got a packed sofa tonight. I tell you, there are more guests on my show than we've had prime ministers this year. That's a lot. No, this year, prime ministers have been like buses, haven't they? Yeah. Total disasters. First, Liz Truss replaced Boris. Now, how to describe how the nation felt when Liz replaced Boris? Well, I think it's a bit like when COVID died down and was replaced by monkeypox, wasn't it? Yeah. Poor old Liz Truss. Soon it was her turn to get beaten by her political rival. Yeah. That Liz Truss lettuce thing started a trend. Can political leaders outlast certain foods? Yeah. My money's on the ice cream. Let's get some guests on! Special musical performance from the stars of Cabaret. That's Callum, Howells and Madeline Brewer. Yeah. And one of the stars of 2022, footballer and Lioness captain Leah Williamson will be here. But first, he's a Bafta-winning actor, writer and stand-up comedian. It's Romesh Ranganathan. Oh, why, there he is. Hello. Lovely to see you. The star of House, Veep and Blackadder. He's an author, a musician, director, and one of Britain's true comedy greats. Please welcome Mr. Hugh Laurie! Oh. Yeah, it's you, sir. Hello. Sir. Have a seat, too. He's the Bafta-winning breakout star of Top Boy and Small Axe, now starring in Sam Mendes' romantic drama Empire of Light. It's Micheal Ward, everybody! Oh, looking sharp. It's New Year's Eve. Hello, sir. Starring with Micheal in Empire of Light. She's the Oscar-winning star of The Favourite, The Crown, Broadchurch, Peep Show, and so much more. It's the fabulous Olivia Colman! Welcome, all. New Year's Eve. Who'd have thunk it? So you've all had a nice Christmas?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Christmas. Yes, it seemed to go by so fast.
Didn't it, though?
Yeah.
Olivia, what was your best present?
A Ferrari.
Ooh! The neighbours will all be talking. Did you hear what she got? She got a Ferrari. No, full disclosure, we're recording that it's not New Year's Eve. So on New Year's Eve, these people won't be here, they'll be somewhere else. Olivia Colman, are you at a big party?
No, I like being at home on New Year's Eve.
Wow, lucky we pre-recorded this. Micheal Ward, you're young. Surely you're at a party.
Come on,
You're at a party. Come on.
Go out for the
You're cutting a rug. You're cutting a rug.
I'm going to party.
Yay! Finally, someone's at a party. Can you tell us what sort of party? Is it a house party? Is it a big club night?
Who knows? Just whatever me and my friends decide to do on the night, we'll...
They are the party.
We're spontaneous. We're
yes,
spontaneous.
That's the key thing on New Year's Eve. Don't plan anything.
Exactly.
Romesh, what about you? I'm guessing no party.
Oh.
What? That's an incredibly aggressive first question. Yeah, that's really not.
Well, no, you seem to be very kind of, you know, I'm not going to a party. Come to me, Norton. I'll tell you about the party I'm not going to.
Well, I'm sort of anti-New Year's Eve as a thing. Just sort of that kind of compulsion to have a really good time. I find offensive. You know, that sort of thing where, like, you know, you've just had Christmas and then you've got that kind of gooch in between Christmas and New Year, and then people are sort of seeing each other left, right and centre, and then they go, we've got to have a great time on New Year's Eve. Like, one of my mum's New Year's resolutions was to see me more. And I said, well, that sits in direct contradiction to my New Year's resolution, which is to see you a lot less. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I need to call my mum out now on this, right? Because she does a lot of stuff like this, right? So she works, right? And she's always going to... people always say, your son's on television, why are you still working? But she chooses to continue working. She's working Saturdays, right? She's doing 6 days a week. And I said to her, Mum, I just don't think at your age you should be doing 6 days a week. It's really... And she goes, but I don't know what to do about the money, you know, what do I do? And I said, look, I'll tell you what, give up Saturdays, I'll pay you whatever you get on the Saturdays, right? So just stop working Saturdays. She took the money, carried on working Saturdays.
That's smart. That's smart, yeah. Now it's like she's working on Sunday, too. It's good. All right, look, let's start with Olivia and Michael's movie, Empire of Light. It's a romantic drama, and it's in cinemas from the 9th of January, written and directed by Sam Mendes. So, Michael, Olivia, who do you play? What's it about? Have you figured out how you do this as a double act yet?
No.
I'm not, actually.
Who do you play?
Well, I play a young man called Stephen who starts working at this cinema that Hillary's working in.
I'm Hillary.
OK, got it.
I'd say the movie is about two people who are kind of lonely and they find kind of solace in each other. That's how I'd kind of put it. And then they just go on a journey with each other.
Yeah.
Is that...
It's a bit ruder than that, isn't it?
Just a bit.
Yeah, there's some solace scenes.
Only twice. It's rude twice.
And it's a beautiful film. It's so gorgeous, and you're both brilliant in it, and gorgeously shot. And we've got a lovely clip, and it couldn't be more perfect for tonight. It's New Year's Eve, and the two of you are on the roof of the cinema waiting for the fireworks. It's gorgeous.
Oh, listen. Bring out wild bells to the wild sky, the flying cloud and the frosty light. The year is dying in the night. Bring out wild bells and let him die.
Nice.
Tennyson. 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Hillary, it's all right.
Oh, beautiful.
That looks unbelievable. It looks so good.
It does look so good. Were you saying then that those fireworks were real?
Oh, yeah.
And they went off in the same order every single take.
Those fireworks are good.
Yeah.
And Michael, obviously we know you from Top Boy, and you were so good in Lovers Rock as part of the Small Act series. But what was it like going, you know, toe-to-toe with Dame Olivia Colman?
I wouldn't say toe-to-toe.
Oh.
But I would say it was an amazing experience. I just learned so much, man, to be able to, you know, even share the same space as the actors that I got the opportunity to do that with. It was just amazing. I learned so much about just being a real person, you know? Everyone just had a real sense of humanity, which I love. Because, like I like to say, is if Olivia had been you know, rude or just not a nice person, I might have thought that's how I need to be to reach a certain level of success, you know? But the
That's
fact
what
that
I've done. That's the model I follow. Just be an absolute nuclear-level prick.
Well, that's the words I wanted to use. But the fact that Olivia was so lovely, you know, it showed me that I can be a good person and reach that height of success.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Olivia, I mean, nothing rude by this, but there is an age difference.
Is there?
What are you trying to say?
How much older are you, Michael?
That's very good. You win the prize. Yeah. Yeah. The rest, now we feel like shits that we can say. Yeah. Oh, Romesh. Were you ever aware of the age difference, Olivia?
I was. There was one particular moment where I'm astride Michael in a compromising and slightly embarrassing situation. I find it embarrassing. You were very cool with everything. And he said, "It's my mum's birthday today." I went, "Oh, no. How old is she?" Was it 43? And I went, "OK, Michael, stop talking." It was just... Yeah, I'm quite a chunk older than his mother.
And now, here's the thing. You had the intimacy coordinator involved. Was that... what is that like, dealing with the intimacy coordinator, like a third person?
She was amazing.
I found it really amazing and really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, truly.
I'd like one in
O'Brien
real
was her
life,
name.
frankly.
Yeah.
That sounds absolutely fantastic.
To help you through.
Yeah.
Because it's embarrassing, isn't it? Trying to do a sex scene and there's a load of bored people with wet weather gear holding up boobs or texting on their phone. And I found one note she gave, which was very helpful, which you can all try in an awkward moment when you're not feeling it. I was totally feeling it, that's not is when an orgasm feel like the sun is hitting your face.
What,
Okay.
squinting?
That.
Oh, that? Oh, I think
Yeah.
you were just going to go like that. Like that. I've come. It's family viewing on BBC One. Stop it. But talking of kissing at midnight, which is a lovely thing to do on New Year's Eve, and we look at the audience here. Hello, audience. And I think what we need is some New Year's Eve kiss cams, OK? So can we see that? We've got a kiss cam. It'll go up on the big screen. You can see it on here. So we're just looking for people who... Oh, look, there's so many... He looked rejected. I like all the women... I like all the women just shaking their heads. No.
The woman in the green.
Oh.
one's behind.
Well done. Let's keep drifting. See who else we get. Oh, there's... Oh, now, look, you look hopeful. The lady in the glasses looks really hopeful. She's looking at it thinking, will
They're gonna kiss, they're gonna kiss.
Oh, where... Oh! Any more? Are there any people here on dates? Any people here on dates? Let's see if we can see some people on dates.
They were on a date.
Oh, that man in the beanie hat. The man in the beanie hat, he wants to... no? Yes? No? Yes?
It's Justin Timberlake.
Are you on the lady... I'm getting that's an early date. Is this an early date?
First date.
Oh, we can't. No. Too much. Move on. Well done.
Seal the deal. Seal the deal.
No. Don't kiss. Don't.
He's gassed. He is gassed.
Well done. Actually, by the way, Romesh, what's the story with you? Did you get caught on a kiss cam, or a kiss cam got you in trouble or something?
Well, I did get caught. Basically, a photo went up and somebody started saying, "I've just seen you not kissing your wife, kissing someone." That is not me. So, basically, some random guy at the cricket.
I think that's you.
But I mean, listen, my wife thought it was me for about half an hour. Basically, that photo, that guy just proposed at the cricket final, and then I just started getting sent that photo going, "Ah, mate, you're rolling deep at the cricket." And then I had to basically come out with this denial that it wasn't me. I get that so many. Basically, every Asian bloke in this country with a beard and glasses is my lookalike. I get sent so many messages from people.
Now, Hugh Laurie has a great family film for the holidays. It's called The Amazing Maurice. It's in cinemas and on Sky Cinema now. And you are Maurice.
And I'm amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Who's Maurice?
I am playing that ginger cat. That is the Amazing Maurice, and that's me.
And what makes him amazing? I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
I want to know more.
Well, this is Terry Pratchett's retelling of the Pied Piper of Hamelin's story. That's basically what it is. A town becomes infested by rats, and the Amazing Maurice and his lovely rats get the town out of the jam they're in. And he's a conniver and a deal maker, and he gets up to no end of mischief. And it was lovely, and I love doing it. I think it's true, and the animation is astounding, and I think I look really handsome in it.
You do. You look great. And I must say, they are really nice rats. We've got a little clip. This is Maurice.
That's the great schism, Graham. I don't know.
Maurice.
I don't really know how you say it.
Nor me.
No.
Here you are in action, selling your services to some villagers.
Rats! You've got rats! Rats! Nibbling here, napping there, they whittle on your tableware. You try to poison, trap and shoot them, race and chase and stomp and boot them. They leap with marvellous agility, no beast can match their sheer... adaptability? Rats! You've got rats! Rats.
Great! Beautiful work. Beautiful work. And although you are a very convincing cat...
Thank you.
You're not a cat man, really.
I'm not... No, I don't know how cats work. I'm more of a dog person.
Oh.
And I also slightly resent, if I may say, the very slight air of superiority that cat owners have over dog owners, because they think that dog owners, like dogs, are needy and submissive, and cats are kind of, you know, independent and free thinkers, you know. Therefore, I am too. That's the sort of thing they... And I don't go along with that. I think the neediness between dogs and humans is a very beautiful thing. I've got nothing against cats, but independence, saying, you know, I love cats for their independence. I mean, a stick's independent. You know? It's on its own, it's not a great recommendation, I don't think.
We had a cat called Maurice.
You have a cat?
No, he died. He was 21 when he died, but he never liked us.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So
he
it's
never
called
liked
Maurice.
us.
It's called Maurice, not Maurice.
You said Morris.
Well, it was M-O-R-R-I-S.
Oh, I
so,
said you're
you know.
right.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Morris.
Oh, so you had a cat called Morris.
But he never liked us.
He never?
Never liked us.
This is what I don't understand. So
21 years.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
did you enjoy...
This is what I'm saying.
But how did you enjoy having him as a pet?
When we got him, we adored him, and I loved him for his full 21 years, but it was very clear that he didn't really give a shit.
Not reciprocated.
Yeah. And he got old, and he decided he didn't want to go outside, so he'd just look you in the eye and piss.
Oh.
He'd go, look at me, and then he'd piss.
And this film, is it one of those films where there's jokes for adults and, like, anyone can watch it?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say it's fun for all the fans.
There you go. That's what
It
you
really
get.
is. It's utterly charming, and as I say, the animation is astounding, and it's really good fun. I'm very proud of it.
Because taking your kids to the cinema, I'm sure some parents don't like doing it, but you like taking your kids to the cinema.
I love taking my kids to the cinema. Yeah, it's like our regular family thing, but it's sort of difficult sometimes. Our second son is like he's very strong-willed, and I do sort of like to encourage that.
Do you call him second son?
Yeah, I do actually. Right. I call him second son possibly because my wife had a thing with her PT for a while. So basically we were going to watch Coco, and
I love that film.
we're all going together, and he said, I don't want to watch Coco. I don't want to come and watch Coco. And I said to him, well, I'm really sorry that's not an option because we're all going to the cinema and we've got nobody to look after you, so we can't leave you here on your own, so you're going to have to come to the cinema. And he goes, well, I'm not watching the film. I said, well, that's up to you. I said, but you are coming to the cinema and we are going into the theatre. That is the situation. And so we went into the cinema And he, for the entire duration of the film, sat facing away from the screen.
No.
That's impressive.
He said, I'm not watching Coco. I said to him, well, that's up to you, but you're here. It's a really great film. And he faced the back of the theatre for the entire duration of the film.
Wow.
And do you know what?
Go far.
I respected it, man. Do you know what? I thought, do you know what? Fair play.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the person in the row behind having an angry child staring at them.
Well, just every now and again, I just turn around and go, why do you keep looking at my kid, man? What's going on?
He's watched it since, he enjoyed it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And Hugh Laurie was also mentioned. Avenue 5 is back. That's Gertie playing... Yes. On Sky Comedy. And this is the second series.
That's right.
The long-awaited second series.
Yeah. Well, long enforced, but long awaited. Yes.
And the secret's now out that you're not a real captain. We know that you're...
Not a real captain, not a real American, not a real anything. Much like my life. Yeah.
But it is an acting challenge, though, because you've got to be British pretending to be American.
Yes.
You ruined it now. I haven't seen the first series.
Well, sorry. Spoiler alert. It's been lying on the streamer for 2 years.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
If you were keen, you'd have seen it by now.
Right. Olivia Colman, brackets not keen. Yeah.
But it must be quite a challenge for you to do
Well,
that.
it's also a bit of an escape route, because if you mess something up and it doesn't sound right, you've always got the excuse of saying, well, I'm not really... That's the whole point. I'm not really an American. That was a deliberate mistake that I put in there, which I didn't at all.
Yeah.
So I found that actually easier than doing House, for example, which I just felt like it had to be, it had to be right.
Yeah.
Because it would get in the way if it wasn't right.
Were you able to get to a point where... Because I just... Getting my head around being able to do so many scenes with a different accent, do you just get to a point where you're naturally able to perform that? Like...
Never.
Right.
Not one day.
Oh, OK.
One scene, no.
Even because you lived there for a long time, and with everybody being American around you, did it help make it more comfortable?
No, I still felt everything. It was like just trying to walk with everybody, and you're the one with a stone in your shoe, and everyone else is just floating along, and you're always going, that didn't sound right. That didn't sound right.
Oh, wow.
I went for an audition for the film The Martian, and just like playing guy at computer terminal, wondering why the spaceship's in that
Second
sector.
guy.
Yeah. And I went to the casting, and I walked in, and they said, OK, Romesh, nice to meet you. And then I said, would you like me to do it American or British? I said, let's do American. I hadn't prepared American. I don't know why I'd offered it. In my head, I thought they'll definitely say British, but it looks like I've got the other option. I said, let's do American. I was like, oh. So then I had to sort of freestyle this American accent, and the casting director started corpsing as I was doing... Yeah, genuinely.
No.
So she was behind the camera because I filmed it, just said...
No.
And as I was doing it, she's just...
No.
Then I finished. She goes, do you want to have another go? I said, if you can stop laughing, I'll have another go. I did it a second time, and I said, I don't think I'll bother doing the British. See you later.
But no, because Michael, Top Boy, big hit here, but also loved in America.
Yes.
And they love your voice in that show.
How do you know that?
Because somebody told me.
Oh. From the reception I've received, yeah, they like it.
But do Americans try to do it to you?
All the time. It is what it is. I'd rather them do that than do, a posh British accent every time they see me, because I don't speak like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the fact that they actually try, and say, bruv, and where's your peas, fam? And I'd rather them at least give it a go.
Yeah. And didn't you meet a celebrity fan of Top Boy?
Yeah, I mean, I've met a lot of celebrity fans, but one more memorable was Busta Rhymes. That was incredible in New York, because he was just such a big fan, but I'm just like, yo, that's... He was just right in front of me, and he was showing me so much love, but... Yeah, man, they love it. They love the culture. What I realised then was that, the culture is just so universal. Like, not even just American stuff, like, going Italy. Italy was, like, the first place I travelled to after the show came out, and I had fans on the plane. And I was thinking, wow, like, this is
Are you
insane.
dubbed in Italian?
Yes, but some
Does it
people
sound amazing?
still watch it with the subtitles here.
I love it. We did Broadchurch was dubbed in different languages.
Yeah.
I loved watching it.
I love it. I love
Don't you
watching it in
sound
Somali.
amazing in a different language.
I like watching the Somali clips of it. It's really different.
It's so cool.
I wish you had a clip of that.
Sadly, we don't.
Yeah.
But huge congratulations on that. And you have a BAFTA.
Yes.
Yes, you do. Yeah, there he is. Now, I say you have a BAFTA, but that's not strictly true, is it?
It's definitely not true.
Who has your BAFTA?
My mum. I never really had a choice in that matter, though. She put it somewhere, and now it's hers. I don't actually have that BAFTA anymore.
Oh, you have to win another one.
Yeah, I need another one, hopefully for Empire of Light. I mean, surely I can get one.
Yes, put it out in the world. Ferrari, BAFTA. There you go. You've had a similar situation with your BAFTA, haven't you, Romesh?
Yeah, you've made me look pretty bad there, to be honest with you, because I got a BAFTA in it. When my mum phoned me up and she said, can I come round and see the BAFTA? And I said, yeah, of course, part of her New Year's resolution. And she came round and she took a photo with the BAFTA, and then she went home. Yeah, there she is. You'd almost think she'd won. And then she went home and she posted it on Facebook, but the caption said, I asked him if he could give it to me and he said no, which is not true. She never asked me. And then all these friends of hers started going, I think that's absolutely disgusting. You brought him into this world. I can't believe he's not letting you support him. You did everything for that boy. And I had to, like, respond to the allegations. I ended up going back onto Facebook. Can I just say, Mum never asked if she could take the BAFTA, and you can have it if you want to. But
you're calling her a liar now.
Yes, I'm trying to.
Very good. Now, BAFTA's bitter. Oscar, where's your Oscar, Olivia? Where do you keep it?
It's in the cupboard.
Oh. Is there a glass front on the cupboard?
No, it feels a little bit, ostentatious to have it out, so I have it in the cupboard so I can go, hello.
I like to think when you open the cupboard, there's a kind of and lights come out.
Come out, yeah. It should be out. It was out for the first year, but I think after that you should crack on, forget it happened, and keep working.
But you do have a really cool thing on display. It's something you got from The Crown. Tell the people, this is such a good... Did you nick it, or was it given to you?
I think it was a lovely props person who said, I'm not allowed to give you this, but just take that, which was an envelope on my first day on The Crown, which was about the stamp thing. Yeah. And there was an envelope on the desk that had... It was to Her Majesty the Queen, and it had my face on a stamp. And I went, oh! And he went, just put it in your bag. And so I have it.
Here it is. Here is a picture of Olivia. How great is that? That is cool. That is a very cool thing. I mean, yeah.
Can I have one?
We got one. Oh. Take a photocopy of it.
Is that the size of a stamp? Like, is that a big blow-up, so it's tiny?
Yes, it's that big, yeah.
Oh, it's less impressive now.
Yeah.
It's still very cool. Right, let's move on, because Romesh Ranganathan has returned to stand-up. Yes. Netflix special, The Cynic, is streaming now. And this is your first stand-up in a while.
Yeah, well, I sort of had a special out years ago, Irrational, and then I started doing this tour that we filmed for this. Well, I started in 2019, but then obviously COVID happened, so we weren't able to perform, do any live shows for like 2 years, so the tour got postponed, and so it just made the process of me touring so much longer. But, so yeah, it's been a long time since I've had a special out, yeah.
And, of course, it's not just the COVID that happened. Here's a clip from The Cynic.
Stand-up has become more frightening. Do you know what I mean? Post Will Smith. Sort of slightly trickier. You don't know if a dickhead's going to come up and have a go. Do you know what I mean? Like, when people talk about racial equality at the Oscars, does it get much more racially equal than a black guy being allowed to stand up, slap the shit out of somebody, then sit down and wait to collect his Oscar? I mean... I genuinely think the organisers of the Oscars are so white, they were just sat there going, maybe that's how they behave. Maybe that's... Don't want to impinge on their culture.
Very good. And actually, we were talking earlier, so you must have been at that Oscars.
Yeah.
Did you notice it happening? Because I talked to other people, they didn't know what was going on.
I was in the bar. Oscars history, and I was in the bar. And we came back, there's a whole load of us, and we came back, and there was a really weird atmosphere. We went, what? What happened? And everyone went, Google it, Google it. And I spent the rest of the Oscar going, fucking hell, can't believe it.
And listen, we must also mention you've got a new Sky sitcom, The Romantic Getaway, which starts tomorrow, New Year's Day, on Sky, Max and Now. And this is you and Catherine Ryan and Johnny Vegas, and it's a great premise for a show.
Well, we sort of, me and Ben Greene came up with the show. We had this idea of... Basically, the idea is that Catherine and I are a couple, and we're trying for a baby through IVF, and we've tried a round of it, and we've not been successful. But we can't afford to go through more rounds because it's quite expensive, and so we decide to rob our work. We just decide to steal a load of money from work. Johnny Vegas plays our boss, so the very beginning of the first episode is us just having committed the crime, and then the series is sort of how it plays out from there. So that was kind of the hook for the show. So I've never written anything where... You know, I've written sitcoms before where it's kind of quite gentle and you just have kind of funny scenarios. I've never written something that's so driven by plot. So it's kind of... Those two things kind of butt up against each other. You want it to be funny, but also you want to drive this kind of twisty story through it. It was amazing.
And there was no need for an intimacy coordinator with you and Catherine?
No, because... Basically, Catherine made it very clear there was going to be no touching. Like, from the very beginning. I think it almost was a deal-breaker for her. She said, I think we're the sort of couple that don't ever touch each other. like never. Don't kiss, don't hold hands, just, like, completely... You can see why I didn't get this audition.
I was thinking it. Yeah. We were all thinking it.
But she was there, right? It was right in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
I could see it.
She was very adamant that we weren't to touch at all. She kept saying to me, you know, I just think, you know, you're Romesh and I'm Catherine and I don't think people will want to see us kiss. And what she meant was, I don't want to kiss you. That was the truth of it. So if you're hoping to see Catherine and I getting in... I think there's a 45-second scene where she's leaning her head against my shoulder while we're on the sofa. That's as hot as it gets, basically.
Very good. Good luck with that. And a reminder that The Cynic is streaming now on Netflix. OK. Right. It is time to move on. My next guest provided a feel-good highlight of 2022 when she captained England's Lionesses to victory in the Euros. Please welcome Leah Williamson. Hello. So lovely to see you. Have a seat. There you go. Oh. My God. Now, I don't know, have you met any of these people before? You've met, OK.
Like, not like that, no, we just met last night.
No, I wasn't even... Sit down. It's like that awkward at a party. We're all just left there. So you've met before in life?
Yeah, just literally last night. Well, a few nights ago because it's New Year's.
Oh, yeah. Ages ago.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, you met ages ago.
It was at the GQ Men of the Year Awards, and Leah got an honoree.
I did, yeah. And then we danced the night away.
Yeah.
Basically.
It was a great night.
Woo!
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Were you there, Hugh?
Was not. No, not this year, no.
Nor I. Romesh, were you there this year?
No, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
And I'm an Arsenal fan.
Oh, actually, you are an Arsenal fan.
Yeah. Massive Arsenal fan.
Arsenal fan?
Yes. Yeah, no, seriously.
Oh, you really?
I am, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Friends.
No.
Yeah.
How come you didn't shake my hand when I said I was an Arsenal fan?
You didn't offer it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Arsenal.
There you go. Intimacy coordinator. Well done. Very good. So you know what you're doing. Now, look, it hasn't been the greatest of years, so huge thank you to you for cheering the nation up. I know. Winning the Euros. So that amazing night, you win. And because we're so bred for disappointment, even when you got to the final, people were sort of thinking, yeah, but they won't win it. They'll come second, right?
Yeah.
So the tension backstage, you're the captain. What are you saying in the dressing room? What's your pep talk to the team right before you go out?
So I did the music throughout the tournament, so pre-match, on the bus, in the changing room. So I just let that do the talking, really. I didn't say anything. I can't claim any. Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So what should we listen to win? What do winners? What do winners listen to?
Oh, it's a real range, actually. But the one of the main songs that, you know, timing's everything, wait till the most people are in the changing room. We had ABBA, Does Your Mother Know? Which is surprising.
Can you sing
like
it?
The gasp from everybody. Can I sing it? No. Well, not a singer.
Yes, but and you didn't say anything.
I think I might say, "Come on, girls." Something along those lines.
It's not like the movies, is it? when they make the movie of this, you will say something. Good luck, girls.
No, yeah, it was low key. It was low key. Everybody was ready.
Was that because you didn't want to kind of hype people up and get them too overexcited?
I think so. I think when you get to that stage, I know it's the most important game, but it almost, you have to strip it all away and just be like, we've given our lives to get to this one moment. Why would we go out and not enjoy it? So more about that than anything else.
And I guess it's that thing, because it's the thing you went into this contest thinking, dreaming of winning it.
Yeah.
And then you did. Was it what you'd hoped? Did it feel the way you hoped it would?
Everything and more. Honestly, I hope I never, ever lose that feeling. Like, I want to relive it. I relive it over and over.
You're making me emotional.
But I was balling on the pitch, so I don't even want to get too deep in case I go back to that. My brother says I have the ugliest crying face ever, so 90,000 people saw it.
And the loveliest thing about your story, Leah, is that in a way, you are kind of living your mother's dream. Is that right?
Yeah, I'd say so. She never said that out loud. She's way too hard-faced for that. But she started out playing football. She played everything. She's one of those annoying people that's just good at everything. But yeah, she used to play football, and you know, I'm now following in those footsteps.
But when she was a little girl, it wasn't that easy.
No. She had to pretend to be a boy, so she'd sign into a team under a boy's name, and then eventually, because the girl was good, a parent would rat her out or, you know, tell tales, and then she'd be banned. So then she'd, you know, have to either find a new team or. I don't actually. I've never asked the next part of the story. We leave it at that bit, which is.
Yeah. Well, no, we got a picture. We got a picture of her as a little girl.
She's gonna hate me.
But like, but it is convincing, little boy. You can imagine that.
She got a perm.
You can say no, because you're kind of thinking, were the little boys idiots? But like, yeah, that's convincing.
Yeah, well, she kept her hair short. She was, you know, what we'd call a tomboy.
Yeah.
She literally did everything, all sports, always doing something. So it fit.
Because when was the ban on women's football lifted?
1971, I think.
That is
72.
nuts, isn't it? So before that, I mean, obviously, little girls kick a ball in a garden, but they couldn't play league or anything like that.
It was...
Forgive my ignorance, a ban on women playing football?
Yeah, so during the war, First World War, the women started playing and they were really, really successful.
What, didn't they have as many spectators as the men's teams?
100,000 people. Yeah, Dick Her Ladies. Incredible.
What happened?
Yeah, so basically when the men got back, would we call it jealousy? Or they were a little bit threatened that maybe the women's would be such a success, so the FA decided to ban it. Ban it, and 50 years it was in place.
That's amazing.
You should make a movie about it.
Yeah, but I'd have to play a very old coach. Run around.
I'll do that for you.
OK, thank you.
Because the thing is, so being a footballer, it's lots of people's dream, but it was your dream, Michael. You wanted to be a footballer.
Yes, I did. But a lot of people did, and, you know, it's fine. Basically, yes, I did want to be part of it.
I'm over it.
Yes, I'm over it. I basically just realised... It came to when I was 16 years old, and I just realised, you know, I am not going to be the best at this. And I just like to feel like, you know, I'm the best at what I do, you know?
Yeah.
My friend's actually here who's a professional footballer as well. So I have been living my dream, you know, kind of vicariously through him. His name's Ryan Brewster. He used to play for Liverpool, now he plays for Sheffield. But he's injured at the moment. So he's hopping around with crutches just to be here.
No, can I just say, he must be a successful footballer, because I saw him backstage and I thought, I recognise him. Yeah, that's famous. If I know who they are, yeah.
So it's great that, you know, kind of from an early age, because he started, you know, he was playing for Chelsea from very young, and he started playing for Liverpool from very young, so I kind of was just living that dream through him immediately, you know. And then I just decided to go into modelling and then acting. So
yeah,
I'm happy I'm here.
Look at you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
He sat there injured, not doing anything. Yeah. Screw him. Yeah. And actually, football then, it sort of it ended your career.
Yeah. Well, I used to be a teacher before I did stand-up, and I was head of sixth form for a while, and every year we would do a sixth form versus teachers football match. And I would describe my levels of coordination as subhuman. So what happened was that they said to me, like, you're the head of sixth form, can you play in the game? And I said, look, I'm so bad, man. It's like, and I just don't want to. And they said, look, come on, just be a sub, and you don't have to come on, but it just shows that you're taking part and being part of the thing. So I said, OK, I'll be a sub. So I sat, you know, even in the kit I looked horrendous. And then I sat by the side of the pitch. The game was going back and forth. It's like a good game. And then I think we're like 1-0 down or something, maybe 2-1 down or something. And then the guy playing up front, the PE teacher, he went off injured. And I was like, oh, no. I was just like, how has there been an injury in a staff versus sixth form game? Didn't even think this could happen. He's like, come on, Rangers, come on, come on. So I went on, and I was just like, oh, please let this be over. I was just like, it's so horrible. And, so many... It was such a big event at the school. There's so many, like, parents, kids, like, loads of people there. Basically, I just thought, let me just get this done, and I can just leave, and hopefully it'll be right. And then one of the other PE staff was, like, tearing up the wing. I was up front, so, like, I came on up front. And I was like in the box, and they just left me completely unmarked, because essentially it's like, you've got a wildebeest playing for the other team. You don't need to mark them, do you know what I mean? And so then suddenly, like, I was just left completely unmarked, and the teacher crossed into me, and I was like 2 yards out, and as the ball came into me, I just thought, what are you going to do to celebrate? Wow. And then I spanned it so far over. It was more difficult to miss than score. And then the chants, I will never forget it.
No.
Rangers is rubbish! Rangers is rubbish! You don't know what you're doing! Get out of sixth form! And I did, shortly after.
Laurie, you may not remember this, but back in Fry and Laurie days, you did a great sketch about a kid's football coach. Do you remember this?
Oh, the teaching kids how to...
Yeah,
yeah.
We've got it, we've got it.
Right.
Here is Hugh Laurie teaching children how to play football.
Right, now, listen. OK, now, football is a very simple game. What is it?
A very simple game.
Right, now, what is the object of the game of football?
Run into the box and fall over.
Run into the box and fall over. OK, let's try that now. One at a time, Ricky, off you go.
What I'm really trying to do here is to teach fundamental footballing skills at the earliest possible age. You know, I've actually started teaching my 8-month-old son, and I've got to say he's a natural. Falls over like a diamond.
Now, listen. A lot of you, as you go, not getting your head back. OK? Nice and loose in the neck. As you get into the box, a lot of height. Goes like this, OK? Same applies for the static fall. Right, that's when you run into the box, you've forgotten to fall over, you're just standing there, OK? Nice and loose in the neck, and... OK, then, limping, 2 legs to the pitch, go.
Those balls are amazing.
They're so committed as well.
Really good balls. Now, here's the thing. Leah, here you are. You've brought women's football to a whole new level. What do you think is going to happen now? Like, the next generation, is it going to keep growing? Do you believe there'll be a moment when, you know, women's football are getting the same financial rewards that the men are and all that sort of stuff?
If we're being realistic, you need the same amount of people that come through the gates at the men's games to come through as. So the more accessible we are, the more visible we are. I hope now, normally you see a bit of a rise off of a tournament, but this feels sustainable. This feels like people are really interested and genuinely, I think it's like 8 million new fans that have said that they've, you know, taken interest in the game over the last year.
And more women's games are being televised now and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. It's always on TV. You know, when I was younger, the only game that was on telly, and I made sure I watched it every year, was the FA Cup final, the Women's FA Cup final. That was the only one that you could watch on the television. Wow. So now you have a game every weekend, big stadium, you know, we're playing in the men's stadiums that allows 50,000, 90,000 people to walk through the door, and they come. So we're proving a point.
Yeah,
Good.
and like that, it will follow, won't it? People got to see that number of people. They'll kind of, oh, let's sponsor that. Let's.
That looks like a good time. Yeah, we'll go there as well. Yeah.
And this is phenomenal. The Lionesses, you finished the year unbeaten.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. And, but of course, next year, 2023, World Cup, Australia, New Zealand.
Yep.
There you're off. Are you the ones to beat, presumably?
I suppose so. I think there's a few other teams as well, but you win something, then you have a target on your back, so...
Yeah.
We're up there. We're up there.
And do you have a song for that or a pep talk at all?
Come on, girl. Maybe it'll work again.
Remember what I said? Come on.
I'll work on it. I've got a year.
Yeah, if you want the movie deal, no one's buying tickets
Bring
for...
me back
come
next
on.
year, I'll tell you about it.
You'll have like, yes, come on, listen, good luck with that, and thank
you
so much for bringing joy into a pretty bleak 2022. Leah Williamson, everybody! Very good. Right, it is time for a really special musical treat. One of the cultural hits of the year has been the revival of Cabaret at the Kit Kat Club in the West End. Now starring Callum Scott Howells as MC and Madeline Brewer as Sally Bowles. Please welcome the cast of Cabaret!
Willkommen blandt den welcome. Fremde, étranger, stranger. Glücklich zu sehen, je suis enchanté. Oh, happy to see you. Bleibe, reste, stay. Willkommen blandt den welcome. Im Cabaret. Oh, cabaret, to cabaret. Leave your troubles outside. So life is disappointing? Forget it. We have no troubles here. Here, life is beautiful. The girls are beautiful. Even the orchestra is beautiful. Presenting the toast of Mayfair, Fräulein Sally Bowles.
Mama thinks I'm living in a convent, a secluded little convent in the southern part of France. Mama doesn't even have an inkling that I'm working in a nightclub in a pair of lacy pants. So, please, sir, if you run into my mama, don't reveal my indiscretion. Give a working girl a chance. Hush up! Don't tell Mama. Shush up! Don't tell Mama. Don't tell Mama. Whatever you do. If you had a secret, you bet I would keep it. I would never tell on you. I'm breaking every promise that I gave her. So won't you Mummy, mum's the word.
Hey! The cast of Cabaret, the band, Callum, Howells, and Madeline Brewer. How fun was that? Callum, Madeline, come on over, do. Here you go. Hey, get ready. Here comes Callum, Brewer. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Have a seat, too. Oh, hats for people. The party's arrived.
Here we go. They're really expensive. Why? They're very expensive.
I've got 2 here.
You got 2.
I've got 2.
Thank you.
There you go.
Why did you bring
There you go. You can have that one back.
Sit.
You have to put these on.
No.
Oh, what?
I like Michael going, do I have to put this on? I went, no, you don't. Thank you so much for that.
That's the spirit, Michael.
Yeah, there you go.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Now, Madeline, how are you? Because this is kind of holiday season far from home for you.
Yeah, my family has come in, so that's nice.
Is this your mother who's been to see the show about a gazillion times?
4 times. She came... She was here for a week and she saw the show 4 times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's just a
my
stage
mother,
mom.
my mother's in the audience. How many times have you been? And you live in Wales.
Once.
We're getting there.
And now, Callum, I first met you on Let It Shine, the Gary Barlow musical thing.
Yeah.
And you love a competition, because then you were in Britain's Got Talent, weren't you?
Yes.
And you made it to the final.
With a choir. I wasn't on my own in Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, you were in a choir. You made it to the final.
Yeah.
Who beat you?
A dog. Pudsey the dog.
Of course. But very good.
Very good dog.
Very good dog.
But apparently the dog's dead now.
Way to bring us down.
Sorry.
Happy New Year.
Wow, 2022, the year that keeps on giving. Yeah. The final moments of 2022. That dog's dead. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Don't cry, Olivia. Don't.
This chat is a lot darker than I thought it was going to be.
So here's the thing. You're in this West End hit with the back of these amazing TV shows. So, Madeline, obviously, Handmaid's Tale. And yes. Is that winding to a close now?
Yeah, we have 1 more season. We have a 6th and final season. So that'll be out probably sometime in 2024.
Oh, so you haven't filmed that yet?
No.
And do you know what's going to happen in the end?
I have no idea. At the end of season, spoiler, but I mean, I'm like a cat with 9 lives. They just keep like dangling death in front of me. Sorry, we're being so dark. And they,
unlike
they never
Pudsey, you
deliver.
live. And Callum, it's a sin. Hello. But like, because your character is so lovely in that, do people? I mean, do people want to go like hug you and things when they see you?
It's quite funny. Like one of the first times, like it ever had, like when the show came out, like my dog, which is alive, he's alive. That's good news.
Hold on. That's not as nice as he's making out. Pudsey's dead, but my dog's alive. My life. Sorry,
Pudsey.
So you were out with your living dog.
I was out with my living dog, and he was doing a poo behind the tree, and some woman sort of saw me behind the tree and was like, "Colin," and he was just sort of, yeah. Just those moments are very funny because he was doing a little poo.
Now, here's the deal. The 2 of you, you've got another month to go, is that right?
Yeah.
But the show is booking right through till, I think,
All
this
the
time
way.
next year.
You won't see us in it then, but you know,
I know.
come and see the other casts for sure. It's a brilliant show. We love the show is amazing, and like we feel very lucky to be a part of it.
Oh, well, we feel very lucky to have seen that performance. Thank you so much for coming into the studio and doing that for us. A real treat. Callum, Madeline, and the whole cast of Cabaret! Very good. Right, that is nearly it. But before we go, just time for a New Year's Eve visit to the Big Red Chair. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Sally.
Sally, lovely Sally. And where are you from?
Victoria, Canada.
Oh, you're from Canada. Canada. And are you visiting here, Sally, or
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
you're
here visiting family.
Okay, you're just on your holidays, and you.
Yes.
Welcome. Welcome.
You won't flip her, will you?
Well, we'll see.
But she just seems so sweet. You can't.
Sally's lovely.
Yeah, but
flipping people doesn't mean I don't like them.
I know, but you can't flip her.
Sally?
Yes?
Romesh is challenging me to flip you.
I hear that.
No, off you go with your story, Sally.
Well, this happened a long time ago when I was a nursing student, and I had a patient, and about a couple weeks later, I was in a pub with all my friends, and there was this fellow who was sitting at a table with all his friends, and he comes to me, "Sally, how are you?" And I look at him, and it just a click who he is, and I look at him, and then I blurt out, "Oh, sorry, I didn't recognize you with your clothes on."
Romesh gave me permission.
I wanted more.
Romesh made me do that. Lovely Sally. I can't believe you made me do that to Sally.
but that
She's
was-
a
you
nurse.
can't. I'm
She's
sorry.
so lovely. She's sweet.
You've done that.
No, but, you know, you're sweet, but you got to go. That was dreadful.
Okay, let's put another one. Why not? Why not? Okay, here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Andy.
Andy. Okay, Andy looks keen. He's confident. Where are you from, Andy?
North London.
North London. And what do you do, Andy?
I'm an accountant.
An accountant. You see, he went for quite a dull job there, and there's no sympathy at all. Should have gone with charity worker, but no. He went for accountant. Off you go with your story, Andy.
OK, so back in my younger days, when I was 17, 18, we'd go out quite a bit. Me and my pal Mario, most of the time, and we'd come back 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And every Sunday morning, Mario would always turn up at my parents' house at 9 o'clock in the morning, and Mum or Dad would open up the door. He would run up the stairs, run in my bedroom, and he would wake me up in the most distressful manner. I mean, he would give me hits to the head, he would grab my buttocks, he would say his favourite phrase, "Do you like that, Andy? You like that, don't you?" Just in the most distressful manner, you could imagine. Yeah. Anyway, one day we go out on a Saturday night. As usual, Sunday morning, he's there, 9 o'clock in the morning. My mum's opened the door for him. He's run straight upstairs, and I've kind of heard him now. He's run straight into the room, and he's started his antiques. He's giving hits to the head. He's grabbing buttocks. He's saying, "Do you like that? Do you like that? You know you like that." Anyway, and I'm at the door now, and he's looked round, and he's like, his face has dropped. He's like, "1 minute, if you're standing at the door, and who's under the covers?" So my mum's friend was visiting from abroad. And all you see is her head pop up, and her head is disheveled, as you can imagine. And, yeah, that was the last...
Stop your story and walk. Walk. Go, 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 walk. Hey! Well done. OK, that really is all we've got time for. If you'd like to have a go in that red chair and tell your story, you can. Just contact us via our website with us today address. Please say a huge New Year's Eve thank you to all of my guests. Madeline Brewer. Callum Howells. Romesh Ranganathan. Hugh Laurie. Micheal Ward. Olivia Colman. And Leah Williamson. We'll be back on Friday the 6th of January. Till then, have a very happy New Year. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.